Welcome to Epic Stock Due Diligence. Please subscribe at youtube.com/EpicStockDD. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Ed here. This is a question that comes up a lot when I'm in stock forums, especially a lot of novice microcap stock traders. They're trying to learn the game and they're wanting to throw some of that disposable money out on the table and try to make some nice gains. But they want to know, how do I avoid getting stuck holding a stock that I can't sell? Now that's a great question, and there's more components than what I'm about to say, but these are the main ones. When a stock is sold, there's two prices. There's a fence in the middle, there's the ask and the bid. So let's say for this example, you bought a stock at a price per share of .0002. That's 3 zeros. And when you bought it, the bid was .0001. So if you immediately turned around and tried to sell it, you bought it at 0002, so you'd be selling it for half of that at 0001. But how would you get stuck holding shares you couldn't sell at all? Let's say that that there's an extreme amount of selling at the bid price of 0002, so you get in at 0003. There's an extreme amount of selling at 0002. Eventually that ask price is going to downtick to 0002, and then the bid is also going to downtick to 0001. Well, now the next step would be, if the selling continues at the bid, which is now 0001, so all of those market makers, and check out my other video on market makers, but all the market makers that are sitting on the bid side of the fence, they sell all the shares that they have at that bid price. So at that point in time, what you're going to see happen is the bid, there won't be any market makers there. So the bid is zero, as in absolutely nothing, because there aren't any market makers to buy those shares at the bid. And then the ask is at 0001. So people could still buy that stock, but they couldn't sell it at all unless that bid came back. So that's the most common scenario where people are unable to sell a stock that they own, also commonly referred to as left holding the bag, because they're in essence holding a bag of worthless shares. Now in this case, I've got peanut shells that don't have peanuts in them, so that's pretty much worthless too, unless maybe I want to start a fire or something and use peanut shells as fuel. Another way that someone can get stuck holding a stock they can't sell are certain restrictions that company might encounter. And most often, and this is the most common one, you'll hear the stop sign. They can't be traded. So when that happens, regardless of what the bid or ask may have been at, that company's halted from being able to be traded. So you may still see it in your online brokerage account, and it may have a bid of 0005. I'm just using this as an example. But because of that stop sign, you can't trade it. Your broker won't be able to trade it. You can try to transfer it to another broker. They won't be able to trade it. So you're stuck holding it until that restriction is lifted. And that restriction may never be lifted. And that's when that's when you're out of luck too. So keep in mind, with these penny stocks, in particular these stocks that are a fraction of a penny price per share, this happens a lot. Doesn't happen to all of them, but again, it's another reason to do an extensive amount of research before speculating and buying any microcap stock, because it can happen to any of them. Even if a company, if you do all this research and everything checks out 100% hunky-dory, and you know there's no way this stock's going to do anything except go straight to the moon, everything can change. These things change overnight, and things that you would never assume would happen occur. And when they occur, you're left holding the bag. So remember that. Only speculatively invest what you would expect to lose. So if it's not disposable money, don't put it in the microcap stocks, because if you do, you're probably going to lose. But with that being said, with microcap stocks, greater risk, the most extreme amount of risk out there in the stock market are microcaps. And with that extreme amount of risk comes the possibility of extreme profitability. So keep that in mind. May lose a lot, may win big once, but that one big win may greatly exceed the amount of losses, of multiple losses. So keep that in mind. Feel free to check out my book. I've got a link to it in the video description. It's called The Penny Stock Perfectionist, and it's available in the Apple iTunes store. And then also feel free to subscribe to this channel. I'll continue to post videos, and I welcome your feedback. Anything that you might want to see here, I'll try to put a video up. It's youtube.com/EpicStockDD. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good one.